Hello friends, welcome back to another episode of British Lingua talk show. I'm your host Karthik and we have with us the Managing Director of British Lingua, Dr. BIrbal. Welcome sir, welcome to our show.
Thank you Mr. Karthik.
So sir,
yes please.
What are your views regarding the theme of the play?
That's great. I would like to say here, I'm very much happy today that one of my students, Mr. Karthik, is asking very much relevant questions, especially on that you all have played on a season, okay, and which was directed by Archana Bindal, who is one of the trainers of this Institute British Lingua, and you all played very well and gave a very clear-cut message. One of my friends from Hindustan Times gave me a call when he saw that video. Oh, it's excellent, clear, succinct, and marvelous piece of video giving a clear-cut message to the people about the racism. So, of course, I would say it's really excellent.
All right, sir. Sir, my next question is: do you think caste discrimination or racism still exists in our society?
Yes, I do agree to you. The question, that's really pertinent questions. This is prevalent, though. The government has taken a lot of steps in our society to eradicate caste, creed, religions, and discriminations in our society. But then it is still in vogue. Government is self-contradicting on this point. It is because on the one hand the government says the casteism should be eradicated from our society, but they issue the certificates of the caste. So on the one hand you say the casteism should be eradicated, on the other hand you are issuing the caste certificates. It's self-contradictory here. Right. It means somehow it is there. But one thing is very good in our society now, that the feeling of the casteism is a bit disappearing now. Gradually, it's a gradual process, because we see, and the credit goes to the education. The society which has embraced education have understood this, that there should not be casteism in our society. So all the educated people, when they sit together, there is no sense of the caste people, professionals, the lawyers, the engineers, the doctors, executives, judiciary, when they all sit together, they discuss certain points. They do not, think of which caste they come from. Right. Rather, the politicians are to blame. They divide our society into the segments of the caste, and they try to take the advantage of vote and all that.
Right. So you have already answered my second question, but again I would like to ask you, how can we curb it? As government has done a lot many things to curb it, or maybe to promote something, to promote the lower caste people. But now, as a society, as a human being, what should we do to curb it?
Well, Mr. Karthik, you see, in order to eradicate the casteism, the education is the greatest tool in our country. So if you develop a sense of education among them, when the people are educated, they forget their caste, creed, and religions. We are the British Lingua. What our slogan is, we do not want to know which caste, creed, and religion you come from. We want to know what you don't know. That is there. We educate them. So the students from the different backgrounds come out of the British Lingua. They are imparting English education. Right. We do not seek their caste. Right. So this education is, and education real manner, real sense. It's not like that having a degree or certificate does not mean that one has got the education.
Right.
Education real sense. As today you have come here, you are one of the students of British Lingua, you ask me the question. I didn't ask you which caste you come from. Right. Did your teacher ever ask you which caste you come from?
Never.
We are never going to ask you. Right. So there should be a sense of brotherhood, fraternity among all of us, not a feeling the caste.
Right. Rightly mentioned the preamble as well. Right. Thank you, sir. And the next question: what are the root causes of these social bindings? I mean, what are the root causes?
Well, you see, when you become self-possessive, that eko hum dutya nasti, which you call it Sanskriti. I am the one who will be doing everything. Nobody else will get the opportunity. Right. So then you begin to divide. Okay. And behind that, you do not want to allow others to get education. I will repeat that very thing. The moment you allow the bounties of education percolate down through the lowest strata of the society, you'll find in everywhere you find the peace, happiness, and brotherhood, and friendship, amity. Everywhere you find.
Right.
Okay. So the root cause of is that when you ask about that what is the root cause of this casteism, that's the lack of education, lack of moral values, and we need to curb that.
Right.
Thank you.
Okay, sir. Now, tell me, like, what are your suggestions to the actors of the play?
That's good. You see, beginning age of something indicates that you are going to do something bigger. You all have begun to do something. The first stage is that we have taken initiative. Unless you take the initiative to do something, you cannot achieve, you cannot dream of doing something bigger.
Right.
So you all have taken initiative to do something, to send across the message. You all have come to learn here English communication skills. So rightly, by participating in that, in that play, you are communicating to the world at large. Right. So that is good. There is always scope for improvement. How you speak, how you pronounce, okay, how you send the message, what message you are sending, they all are important.
Right.
So when you begin to do this thing again and again, you'll find the refinement in your language, in speech, in your communication, message, everything that you are aiming at.
Absolutely.
Right. So this I will tell you, you should involve yourself in more activities. And that you do, you'll find that you have not seen Mahatma Gandhi, you have not seen Pandit Nehru and others, but their communications at large are still existing in the form of different things. So your communication through video will go generation after generation.
Right. So
you will be alive in this world forever. Right. So you are contributing to yourself, to the society at large.
Rightly said, sir. Rightly said. So one last question. You have to explain it a bit more. What was your, I would say, idea behind opening British Lingua? You are from, I guess, a Hindi medium background, or maybe.
True.
Right. So now, what inspired you to open such a big institute?
Well, see. The necessity is the mother of all everything,
Right.
Okay. I felt a need for English skilling in our country. It was way back 1993 when some of my friends who were unable to communicate themselves in English, they say that when they go to face an interview, so they cannot understand what they are speaking, let alone answering the questions. It touched me. Especially those who are from Hindi medium background, who goes to the Hindi medium school, because those who are from the affluent family go to English medium schools.
Right.
And they are in our society, there is a section of society where the children cannot afford to go to English medium schools. So there should be opportunities for all. There should be social justice.
Right.
Because only when you talk about the social justice, you mean to say that there should be opportunities for everybody. If opportunities are not accessible to everybody, of course, they cannot get the fair share. They cannot have the prosperity in their life. So thinking all that, the seeds of British Lingua were sown in back 1993 to meet the social requirements, to bring social justice in our country, to help all those people who are from the deprived section, those who are from marginalized section of society, must get their fair share in our society. It impelled me, and I started these organizations, and I'm very happy. The lakhs of the students have graduated from these organizations. They are well placed at different places. They are doing very well. So it gives a sense of satisfaction when I see my students. They are communicating, because you see, the communication plays a vital role in irrespective of the designation, irrespective of the work you do.
Right.
Your communication plays a vital role Is that right?
Of course.
Perhaps you have also realized the fact that therefore you have come here. Okay. And that was our aim. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. After this question, we would like to ask some rapid fire questions to our...
Okay, please go ahead.
Sir, so you have to be very quick and fast.
Okay.
You need not to think more about the question, right? So, my first question is, army or police?
Both.
Alright. First thing you do when you get up in the morning?
I open my eyes.
English or Mathli?
It has no language.
Alright. Favorite character in the play?
Well, the advocate.
Alright. Black or white?
It has no color.
Okay. Which of the PM was your favorite?
Well, still I have to make a list for that.
Alright. What is your song that you hear most often?
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Darshan do Ghanishamnath, Mori akhiya pyasi re, Mori akhiya pyasi re.
Wow, lovely, sir, lovely. And now we would like to ask, sir, what message would you like to give to the students, to the audience, to the bigger audience?
Well, feel empowered to express yourself in this world. Communication plays a vital role. Communicate, communicate, communicate. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thanks a lot for your time and patience. Thank you, sir. Soon we will be back with another video, another guest. So till then, keep watching and subscribe to our channel British Lingua.